What's going on YouTube? This is SR Drone. I'm back at it again. Going to do something a little different this time. I've been doing a little bit of thinking, decided on having my first giveaway. This is an item, an aircraft that I actually own, so it's not a new item. It is a used item. The item will be a SEMA X5C quadcopter. You may have seen I had at least one video I think in my video manager where you can see some actual flight video of it. But the reason I'm actually giving this quadcopter away is I've just been cleaning up, doing some things, just reorganizing, just cleaning up some stuff, and this is probably one quad that I'm probably not really going to fly much. I haven't really flown it much at all, so I figured what the heck, something I could just give away. There are a couple things I do want to mention. Again, the item is used. Number two is I do not have the instruction manual. And the third thing is I do not have the box that the item came in. I will be giving it away, so it won't cost anything, but I do ask that you guys cover the shipping costs. Other than the shipping costs, pretty simple. My channel is fairly small, very small in a sense, so anybody that does enter has actually great odds of winning. There are going to be a couple criteria. I'm going to do something a little different. I just want individuals to just post on this same video in the comment section. I want to see any humorous or funny moment that you can recall in just RC hobbying. That's it. Post it, a couple sentences. Hopefully we can get a smile or two out of it. Maybe even some laughter. Just any humorous or funny incident that has happened that you've experienced while doing some form of RC hobbying. That's the actual criteria. Just post it down below. And then hopefully, and that will automatically enter you. You have to be a subscriber. You have to subscribe to my channel. That's it. And probably within a week, once this video does post, I'll probably, within a week, and I'll set a date. But more than likely, I'll do sort of like an audit, like a random selection, and I'll get into that as well. Probably sometime this upcoming week. Now the SEMA, I will say, is a great flying quad. It's a great quad to learn on. I have a ton of replacement parts, so I have probably a couple sets of props. I have at least one full set of prop guards. I'm trying to think. I actually have 4 or 5 additional spare batteries in case you blow a motor. Not batteries. I'm sorry, motors. In case you blow a motor, but I do have a number of batteries. I probably have about 8 or 9 battery packs, so with the chargers as well. So there's plenty of accessories that I'm just going to throw in with the package. All right, so I wanted to go over just really quickly the items that will be included in this giveaway. For starters, there's a full set of props here. I'm going to include this. There's an additional 3. So really you're talking 3 sets of props. I have a couple landing gears if you use them, even though I don't really highly recommend the landing gears, just because, believe it or not, these things just add weight to it, and all the thing it really does. I mean, the landing gear you need if you're really specifically going to put the camera on. There is a camera here which I'll include, but I mean the camera is what it is, but the landing gear is really only for the camera. Ultimately, this is the quad. So here's the SEMA X5C. Here's the transmitter. Again, I did recall that I had spare motors. Here's 2 motors, and there's a whole bunch of screws that are magnetically just stuck to the motors for now. So there's actually 2 motors there, 2 motors. So there's 4 motors. I'm actually giving away replacement motors in case you need it. This is, I think, for like the SD card for the camera or something. I mean, it came with it. I'll just include it. No big deal. A full set of prop guards. I'll include that as well. And these are the batteries I'm going to give. So right now there's 6 batteries. I know I had 2 more. These are a little puffed up. So I'm not even going to send those and give these away. I'll properly dispose of these. And the charger there's actually three or four chargers. It came with like these individual chargers where you can just charge one at a time, one battery at a time. This is the same thing as this, except this is a 5-port charger, and it just connects to a standard USB adapter. You know, it's either a wall outlet that has a USB on it, or you can use a computer. And I'm just going to show you briefly how this works, because this can be a pain. I mean, these are cheap chargers, so if you plug one in, plug this in, you know, they're a little funny on the connection. So what I do is I'll plug all the batteries in first. So obviously, there we go. We have 2 that's in, 3 that's in. That's actually charging. And it's a little funny. Sometimes you'll have to wiggle this around and plug this, plug this out and then plug it back in. So you have 3. So it doesn't show up when you do that, but then when you plug it back in, all right, now it's 4. Just to give you an idea. And the bottom line is, if you only can get 4 lights on, and say this 5th one, you just can't quite seem to get that 5th light, because well, yeah, see, now it's just, so it likes 4. Go with this 4, maybe plug this one in on another one. You know, you have 2 more. But the point is, these lights just stay on until it's done charging. When it's done charging, the lights will start to go out. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect them. So you see that how the charger works, pretty straightforward. Same thing. One last thing I wanted to go over is, let's put one battery in really quickly. This is how the hatch just opens up. You slide a battery in, and then you just plug it right in, and then you just close the hatch for the most part. There's just 2 little tabs that it slides under. Close the hatch. So to bind, well, not to bind, but just to connect the controller to when you're ready to fly, the battery's in. Have your throttle in the low position. Turn your radio on. This flashes. Have the quad on a flat surface. This flashes. Then you usually move it up. These will start flashing slowly. Then when you move it back down, these are on. And then from there you go. This is ready to go. This is ready to fly. So that's it. And again, I've already shown that it flies. I mean, if you really want to see what I can do really quickly, is I'll just hover it right here. As you can see, it does work. So the quad works fine, as you see. This is SR Drone. Looking forward to everyone's comments. You know, see if we can get a smile. Good luck to everybody. I will be in contact sometime this week. But until then, you know, be safe, and I'll talk to everybody next time. Later.